This is Formula One.
Welcome to F1 Blogs. We're thrilled to have you here for the latest and most comprehensive updates from the thrilling world of Formula One. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and activate notifications so you never miss out on any of the high-speed action. Now, let's dive into the latest developments in the F1 season. In an electrifying turn of events, McLaren has surged to the top of the Constructors' Championship, reclaiming a position they haven't occupied since 2014. This resurgence has been fueled by Oscar Piastri's outstanding victory in Baku and Lando Norris's impressive performances, including a notable fourth-place finish in Azerbaijan. With these results, McLaren has overtaken Red Bull in a championship that had seemed firmly under their rivals' control for over a year. The Woking-based team now leads by 20 points, marking a dramatic shift in the championship landscape. Despite this resurgence, Lando Norris faces an uphill battle in the Drivers' Championship. Although McLaren's resurgence has been impressive, Norris's efforts to close the gap to Max Verstappen have not yet yielded the desired results. Norris and Piastri were both born after McLaren's last Constructors' title win in 1998, but their recent performances have reignited the team's competitive edge. The McL38 has shown remarkable consistency on the track, with its performance improving steadily since the British Grand Prix at Silverstone. However, Norris has struggled to transform McLaren's overall dominance into a real challenge for Verstappen, who maintains a significant 59-point lead. Remarkably, Verstappen has only lost 22 points to Norris over the last 7 races, leaving Norris with a considerable challenge as the season enters its final stretch of 7 races. Verstappen's current stronghold on the championship isn't just a result of his dominant early season form, where he won 7 of the first 9 races. A significant portion of his advantage has come from the summer stretch, where the gap between him and Norris widened considerably. After the Monaco Grand Prix, Verstappen's lead was a manageable 56 points, but by the time they reached Canada, Spain, Austria, and Great Britain, his lead had expanded dramatically. These were races where McLaren appeared capable of victories based on their on-track performance, yet they failed to capitalize on these opportunities. Interestingly, since the Austrian Grand Prix, the driver who has accumulated the most points is not Norris, but Piastri. This scenario may explain McLaren's hesitation to enforce team orders, especially since Piastri has been competitive in 5 of the last 6 Grands Prix. During the Azerbaijan Grand Prix, Norris expressed frustration over a yellow flag that hampered his final lap in Q1, forcing him to start from the back of the grid. Despite his efforts to fight his way back, Norris could only manage a 4th-place finish. Oscar showed what was possible with this car. Many think that my lap was ruined by the curb, but I only lost a couple of tenths and would have easily made the top 15. This was an injustice that cost me many points and ruined my weekend. But in the end, I'm satisfied with how we salvaged the race, Norris reflected. Despite his frustration, it was evident that Norris had managed to limit the damage, but it was a clear sign of the challenges McLaren faces. Meanwhile, Max Verstappen remains confident despite McLaren's growing threat. He attributed his challenging weekend to a last-minute setup change that made the Red Bull car difficult to drive. We paid the price for the setup change we made before qualifying. It made the car really tough to drive, it was bouncing a lot, and the rear wheels were losing contact with the track in the corners, making everything more difficult. The car's general behavior is better now, but we made bad decisions. If we do a better job, McLaren and Norris will need a flawless end to the year to catch up. We've already been fighting with Checo, and with what we learned from Monza, we can continue improving the car, Verstappen said. The reigning champion also noted that this season feels quite different compared to the dramatic 2021 battle with Lewis Hamilton, where the title was decided in the final lap of the final race. Back then, there were 2 drivers fighting at the front in every race, but this time, it's much different. Verstappen's cautious optimism extends to the upcoming race in Singapore, a track traditionally less favorable for Red Bull. I don't think it's our best track, but there can be surprises, he warned. Following Singapore, Red Bull will head to more conventional circuits, where Verstappen hopes to reclaim lost points against McLaren and Ferrari. Norris will need a series of perfect performances to stay in contention. An intriguing subplot emerged during the Baku race involving McLaren's former mechanics. Despite leaving McLaren in 2020, Carlos Sainz retained strong ties with the team. The mechanics were caught on camera, showing enthusiastic support for Sainz during his battle with Checo Perez. Their excitement was evident as Sainz made a daring, overtaking move. Their cheers and encouragement underscored the lasting bond Sainz forged during his tenure with McLaren. McLaren's performance in Baku marked a significant achievement, mirroring their dominance in Hungary, where they secured a 1-2 finish. This successful outing was a stark contrast to their earlier season, characterized by strategic and tactical errors that often hampered their drivers. As the team prepares for Singapore, they are eager to continue their momentum and make further inroads in both the Constructors' and Drivers' Championships. Carlos Sainz's departure from Ferrari at a challenging time, coupled with McLaren's resurgence, means he remains on the sidelines for now. With Norris and Piastri securing their positions at McLaren, Sainz's return seems unlikely unless circumstances change. However, the door isn't entirely closed. If Norris or Piastri were to leave McLaren in the future, Sainz could find himself with an opportunity to return. His past contributions and the connections he left behind ensure that he remains a cherished figure at Woking. In addition, Ferrari has emerged as a significant threat to McLaren's newfound lead. Following the Azerbaijan race, where Carlos Sainz collided with Checo Perez in a dramatic final lap incident, Ferrari is now a close competitor in the Constructors' Championship. Charles Leclerc's strong performance in Baku, where he secured pole position and finished second, has put Ferrari in third place overall. With their last Constructors' title dating back to 2008, Ferrari is only 31 points behind the reigning champions, Red Bull. Norris has identified Ferrari as a major threat, noting their recent strong performances and the pressure they have applied on McLaren. The season has been marked by an unprecedented level of competition, with 4 teams, McLaren, Red Bull, Ferrari, and Mercedes, each winning at least 3 races. This level of competitiveness hasn't been seen since 1977. And the season has also seen 7 different race winners, the highest number since 2012. The last time McLaren led the championship was in 2014, following a successful start to the season, but they ended the year with just a handful of podiums. Now, they are back at the top, and this season's competitiveness underscores the evolving dynamics in Formula One. McLaren's remarkable resurgence in the Constructors' Championship is a testament to the team's progress and the remarkable performances of their drivers. With a challenging season ahead, all eyes will be on how McLaren, Verstappen, and the rest of the grid navigate the remaining races. The battle for both the Constructors' and Drivers' Championships promises to be an exhilarating conclusion to an already thrilling season. Thanks for tuning in to F1 Blogs. Don't forget to subscribe for all the latest updates and in-depth analysis from the world of Formula One. We appreciate your support and can't wait to bring you more exciting content. See you next time.